Tune into my YouTube channel. Please like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the post notification bell. On my channel, man, we react to videos. We talk about controversial titles, man. We try to keep it as interesting as possible, just so we can create, in-depth conversation, man. On today's video, man, we're going to be reacting to Anton Daniels. The title of this video is "It Was the Darkest Part of My Marriage. Melinda Gates Talks Bill with Jeffrey Epstein Getting STDs." I seen this video circulate on the internet. I don't know what this is about, man. So we're just gonna get this bad boy started, man. I hope it's nothing crazy. I'm going to take a wild guess. This video is about her trying to, distance herself from the world or all this Epstein stuff. I guarantee you, the last time I heard from this lady was when they got a divorce. And now magically, when now these files got released, now she's out doing another interview, bro. And then look at this smirk on her face. I don't know. We're gonna see.
In the room at this moment, your ex-husband, Bill, is named in the newest tranche of Epstein files. And there are a new alleged details about his past behavior. And I want to give you the opportunity to respond in whatever way you want to.
Well, let me say this. I think we're having a reckoning as a society, right? No girl should ever be put in the situation that they were put in by Epstein and whatever was going on with all of the various.
She already starting off bad. I don't trust this lady. You're already the ex, you know what I'm saying? And like, I'm not here to judge anybody or anything like that, but you're already the ex and you're out here doing public interviews about your ex-husband. It's just like, how credible can this person be outside of trying to make this person further look bad than what the internet has already, you know what I'm saying, made that person look bad with, with due just, obviously, the whole Epstein thing is pretty serious.
People around him. No girl. I mean, it's beyond heartbreaking, right? I remember being those ages, those girls were. I remember my daughters being those ages, right? So for me, it's personally hard whenever those details come up, right? Because brings back memories of some very, very painful times in my marriage, but I have moved on from that.
What does that even mean? You moved on from what? Does that mean you were participating in the Epstein parties? What does that mean?
Let me replay that again for y'all, just so y'all hear exactly what she said.
Memories of some very, very painful times in my marriage, but I have moved on from that.
She basically admitting that Bill Gates, and I don't know what kind of ironclad documentation that she had to sign in order to get her divorce off and get the type of money. Some people are estimating it to be upwards of 70 plus billion, $76 billion in her divorce. But Melinda Gates got out early, and now she's on a tour because she apparently wants to completely distance herself from Bill Gates.
That's exactly what I just said. Because there's no way, dog. There is no way that you're married to somebody for so long and then, you're that. I understand that he's rich. They're rich, so he could have been making it look like he's just out doing business and out here wilding like that. But come on now, a woman's intuition. You're right. How long have they been married? Bill Gates is not a young guy. She's not a young person neither. So yeah, shawty was at them parties and things got a little ugly. And like the stock market, you were invested, you engaged, and you got out when you felt like this was the end of the ride. And you were right. And you got lucky. And you divorced the guy. And I guarantee you she's going to start telling on herself in this interview by saying little things like, oh, I had to leave, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's going to say little silly stuff, watch.
Because Bill Gates is the NIA, and you don't know exactly where this guy is, MIA. And so now she's on a tour, and she doesn't specifically name him, but she basically says that was one of the most difficult times in her marriage that she experienced, and it is the direct reason why she got divorced. Why would Melinda Gates all of a sudden start appearing? You haven't heard from Melinda Gates in forever. I don't even know if we've really heard Melinda Gates speak outside of, in mass, outside of when she was talking to Gayle King, and she basically saying that she was divorcing Bill Gates and she didn't want to associate herself with him, basically because of what was going on with Jeffrey Epstein. And now you see all of these files get released and Melinda Gates pop up immediately. Immediately she popped up and started talking her stuff. I don't think it's a coincidence at all. And as a matter of fact, I think it's very intentional because all of these people are aware. And I believe she found out a long time ago, which tells me that not every wife and not every woman is familiar with what is going on. Let me come back to this in a second. For Hillary Clinton, for example, right? I believe, I can't put my finger on it, but based off of everything that's going on and her now distancing herself from Bill Gates when it comes to the fact that they are trying to be deposed and they're trying to get them to answer questions specifically about what was going on with Jeffrey Epstein. I believe that Hillary Clinton and some other wives probably were familiar with what was going on, and they don't even want to have a conversation about it. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to get into it. And so they're distancing themselves from that whole situation with regard to just staying quiet.
They're smart.
Gates has the privilege of saying, yo, I was completely out. It was one of the most difficult times of my lives. And so the question really for us, which I don't even really want to know, I don't even want to imagine it, is how far does the rabbit hole go? How? I'm always asking myself this question. How can a man convince another man or create an environment where another man is willing to be the most devious version of himself?
You can't. It's already in them.
You can't sell anybody on the fact that they need to be perverted, right?
No, there's already.
This is something that has to be there. It has to be something already there.
Me and this guy think alike. Me and this guy think alike. You know, you and I, we're gonna meet. We're gonna kick it, and we're gonna be extremely cool, right? Because we're like-minded. That's why I'm reacting to your videos, not just because you pull views, but also because you make a lot of sense. People with that kind of money and that kind of influence out here in the world, you have enough money, enough power, enough influence to easily find your people, right? That share the same sexual perversions that you share, right? It's like men who cheat on their wives, right? They tend to easily find other men that also cheat on their wives and they all think it's cool. And they all go on a men's trip. Women that cheat on their husband, they tend to find other women that engage in the same type of activities and they all go have girls' night and they all go cheat on their husband. It's a community. So that's my take on that.
So how does he expose that, yo, listen, this is okay, you should do this, and this is whatever it is? Like, how does this circle and this group of people find themselves and introduce the conversation and say, hey, listen, do you like little girls? Hey, I got some little girls for you on an island. How does that happen? You know what I'm saying? And so now that all of the rubber is meeting the road, and see, we only know about, we're talking about the people that are visible and that are famous. You know, the Bill Gateses, the Bill Clintons of the world, all of the Bills. The Bills is just dirty. Nobody named their kid Bill anytime soon or give their kid a nickname named Bill at any point in his life. But how do we get to the point to where, like, it's a whole bunch of other people that we don't even know about? Like, that's probably secret billionaires and stuff like that, and they just stand out of the fray and they just chilling and they slow motion. So I don't know, man. This whole thing is just nasty. It's creepy. It's evil. It's demonic.
It's weird.
It shows the worst in humanity, in my opinion. And the fact that Melinda Gates feels comfortable to come out and have these conversations openly after getting billions, tens of billions of dollars allegedly, is crazy to me. But that's the way of the world, I guess.
I purposely pushed it away and I moved on. I'm in a really unexpected, beautiful place in my life. So whatever questions remain there of what I can't even begin to know all of it, those questions are for those people and for even my ex-husband.
Look how she's moving. Look how this lady's like moving, her mannerisms. It's just like she's panicking, in my opinion. In my humble opinion, I think that she's panicking. I think that she's seen, it's like if your spouse gets caught up. It's like if you were married to Epstein or you was married to Bill Cosby when he had a situation going on. If you were married to her situation, Bill Gates, it's like, whoa, that's very close to home, man. Let me start protecting myself, man, because I don't want to get caught up in whatever he got going on. That I might have, some guilt within it as well. So I don't know, man. This lady, I don't know.
It's not me. And I am so happy to be away from all the muck.
You see, I'm so happy. That means she got out early. She seen it coming. She got out. I'm pretty sure some other wives that are not in the public eye, like her relationship was more in the public eye because Bill Gates, who doesn't know Bill Gates?
Yeah, that it was there.
Man.
You have to put more words to the mock for context for our listeners. The emails in the file suggest that Bill Gates had additional affairs and that he tried to get medication to treat a sexually transmitted infection and that he was going to give you the medicine without you knowing. His representative has said all of this is false. It is not on you to have to respond to the details of that alleged behavior, but I wonder what your dominant emotion is when you read these news articles with these.
The dominant emotions is she gave it to him. That might be a possibility. I mean, let's be real. They was in a relationship. They both had money. They both had time. And she's not 100% innocent. Nobody in a breakup is 100% innocent. People just don't, I don't know. Let me just let this video play out. Look at her face. I don't know. I'm not saying she's ugly or anything like that. She just, I don't know. She just has this look like, protect myself immediately. Scared.
Details.
Sad. Just unbelievable sadness. Unbelievable sadness, right?
Yeah, what's so funny?
And again, I'm able to take my own sadness and look at those young girls and say, my God, how did they...
Her publicist told her that anything that's extremely, or that can be extremely detrimental to her image, question-wise, that's asked to her, flip it and make it about those girls. Oh, the girls. But the girls. Yeah, the girls.
How did that happen to those girls, right? And so for me, it's just sadness for, I left my marriage. I had to leave my marriage. I had to leave I felt I needed to eventually leave the foundation. So it's just sad. That's the truth, right? And
she said it.
And it's kind of like, at least for me, I've been able to move on in life. And I hope there's some justice for those now women, right? We see them standing up in front of microphones in DC. What they went through is just unimaginable, I think.
This is crazy. To think that Bill Gates is out here being a YN and he for the streets and he's over here bringing back diseases to a billionaire, a deca, maybe mecca. I don't know what kind of, who knows what his net worth is. And that these people are out here getting venereal diseases, allegedly, in order to bring this back to their chicks and their wives. In my opinion, it shows you that human beings, regardless of how innovative we are, regardless of how much we grow and we grade and all of this stuff, human beings at the end of the day are just full of sin, evil, and diabolical. And it doesn't matter how much money that a person has. We also need to make sure that we add in the character aspect of things, because that goes without saying as far as what people will do in real life versus what it is that we present them to be on the internet. Make sure you guys tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. T-Channel, 40% off your first order.
All right, man. For the most part, man, I agree with him. One thing I don't agree is him generalizing humanity. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we live. You know, there are demonic people that are evil, but I don't think it's fair to put us all in that category, right? Or to generalize a human race because of the select few bad people, or many bad people that do exist on this earth. There's heaven and earth. There's good and bad. So, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I do think that this is a move in the right direction for society because now, you know, the rich and the powerful are being attacked and being exposed, and it's becoming mainstream media. Who in a million years would have thought that Bill Gates would be getting exposed? This guy is a pillar of a name within the United States. You know what I'm saying? So I think this is just I think this is just the tip of the iceberg. I think that there's going to be more of these stories coming out. I think more of these powerful people are going to get exposed. These people that have secret influence, you know what I'm saying, is going to get exposed, and they're going to be forced to disappear, and, you know, their influence is going to be weakened. And that's pretty much it. So like, comment, subscribe if you like the video, man. If you have any videos that you want me to react to, man, just let me know, man. Send it to me, man. Send me an email at imceowill@gmail.com, and we'll keep this thing rolling. Until next time, gone.